I'll edit it. Don't worry.
No, you won't. You did the last time. Why would you edit it this time when you didn't last time?
Well, you know. Fuck you. You never know.
I'm editing. I'm moving things. That
Yeah.
Seat comfortable.
Maybe.
Be heard.
Is that what we want?
Or something.
I don't know.
Welcome back.
Yeah.
We're getting back into it.
Doesn't this main menu feel worse every time?
Every time.
Where it's just like, wow, Flynn's not even around anymore.
Everything's happening. Well, I mean, we only just getting started. Me rotating my fucking save.
Yeah, you love it.
It's so important to do, I guess.
It's fine.
So we're on Wednesday.
This is Wednesday. We're going to do Carl's surprise party.
Okay.
It's going to go super well.
Super well.
I stare out the window as we roll down the dusty streets of Echo. Every road, every corner, every trailer, and every tree has a memory attached to it.
Jeez.
Yeah, remember, he's pretentious as fuck.
He really is.
He might as well be a theater kid.
Well, he's into film, so it's basically the same thing.
It's videography or whatever.
He's into film.
There in the middle of the dusty parking lot that belonged to the corner market is a tiny stand. That used to be where I'd get ice cream after begging for $1 from my parents. It's crumbled and boarded up now, the paint peeling off in tiny chips. And there in front of Duke's house, I don't want Duke to get mentioned, is a big flat...
Who's Duke?
No, he's a guy. He's like a weasel.
Okay.
Yeah. A big flat rock that Jenna was standing on when she told me she was going to run away from home. I can still remember almost exactly how she was silhouetted against the red sunset behind her. And the old train yard in the middle of the summer where Leo kissed me for the first time while I was sweating buckets under the noon sun.
I remember that.
Yeah.
We were there for that.
That was romantic. He didn't seem to care, though. I look over at Leo. He's got one hand on the wheel, glancing up on the rearview mirror occasionally to trade jabs with Flynn.
Oh, Flynn's around again.
Yeah, well, remember, you're all going.
All going to
surprise
this party. Fair enough. I'm regretting not letting him know we're coming. You know, you'll be lucky if he even gets his ass out of bed. We'll call him then. And what if he doesn't answer? Shit, you're fucking shit there.
You're blaming my mouse?
I am. I clicked once and it went forward twice.
Oh, well, maybe you double clicked on accident. Leo doesn't say anything. Instead, focusing back on the road, TJ fills the silence after a while. Well, I don't think it's too weird. It's just we're hanging out again. Nothing wrong with that.
Sure, but making it about Carl is just weird. Maybe if his birthday was like next week, 2 weeks tops.
Oh, hush, Flynn. It's just like we're hanging out. You act weird. You're acting weird about it isn't going to help anything. The car starts slowing down, and I snap out of my daydream to look up, knowing that we definitely weren't at Carl's house yet. That's when I see a round canine figure standing further up the side of the road.
Okay.
She's standing in the dirt that separates the road and the field in front of the broken and rusted barbed wire fence. Yeah.
I think that's Janice.
So she's the waitress at the diner.
Okay.
If you would have done Flynn's route, you would have met her by now.
Okay, that's kind of cool.
And in TJ's route, I think.
Well, that was never happening.
That was never happening.
Never happened.
I look over at Leo, and he seems concerned. His brow furrowed as he careful steers the car right up next to the coyote.
Oh, do we see her?
Not in this scene. I can see why. She's crouched over, and I wouldn't want to see her right now.
Wow.
Elbows on her knees, staring at the road, at the ground.
Roll down your window, Chase.
I do as he says, struggling a little with the old crank handle.
Oh, he's got a crank handle fucking car, dang.
Mine has a crank handle.
That's right, yours is pretty basic. And Johnny's car is that way too. It's
What's basic about it? It means I can use it without, like,
it
the
means
car
it
being
has
turned on.
no features.
What? Have you seen my cup holders?
They're like little push things.
Aren't they cool, though?
I mean, they're cup holders.
Yeah, it's the coolest part of my car.
What the hell is she doing out here?
We come up to a stop next to the Coyote, kicking up some dust.
I don't know. Hey,
Leo leans over and smiles out at Janice, who's still looking at the ground.
everything all...
Leo's voice cuts off in a weird, choking sound. I look at him, confused, then look back out the window, and I can't help myself, but I gasp.
Who's dead?
It was hard to tell from the angle. All I could, and all the dust kicked up by the van, but now I see that Janice has her pants down around her thighs. I can also see everything else. I sit back quickly and avert my eyes, looking out the windshield instead.
What the fuck? Like, yeah, me too.
Oh my god, Leo, keep going. Jenna whispers it, her voice.
Oh no! Oh, sorry.
Leo stops talking, and I chance a glance at the window again. Janice is looking at us now, and she's smiling.
Bruh.
It's a weird smile because it isn't touching her eyes. It's unnerving.
I don't like that.
Leo stares back. Leo, let's just go. I hiss out the side of my mouth, staring at the windshield again. He seems reluctant too, though looking concerned.
Janice, do you need some help?
His tone is one you might use on a toddler or a crazy person. I don't hear her say anything, except maybe a grunt. Leo bravely keeps trying, though.
We can give you a ride.
Leo stops talking in time for me to hear a pattering sound, a sound I recognize well from my time as a kid pissing on the dirt roads of Echo. The van lurches forward, then resumes a smoother acceleration back up onto the empty road.
Holy shit, what the fuck was that? I don't...
Leo's frowning, looking as confused as I've ever seen him.
Should I go back?
No! I look back and see TJ covering his face. Maybe she could have been having some kind of psychotic episode.
Or maybe she just had to piss.
Oh, that sounds reasonable.
I don't think so. Did you see the way she looked at me?
She was probably just on something. Isn't everyone?
No, she doesn't do stuff like that.
Well, maybe she does. You never know with people. Again, Leo doesn't say anything, and neither does anyone else. We don't go back.
Jeez. I fucking told you.
Leo stabs the doorbell again, frustration urged across his face. I shift the bag I'm carrying around in my paw, trying to look through the frosted glass on the side of the door. Maybe he's getting high. He should still be able to hear. I mean, maybe. He just doesn't want to. TJ holds up his phone. He's not answering his phone either. Leo knocks on the door hard, his biceps bulging. Of course Chase would be staring.
Was that an important detail, Chase?
To Chase it is.
That's so gay.
Well, I guess breaking the door might get us inside. Leo stands back, paws on his waist as he takes a deep breath. He's determined. And I guess he should be, considering he set all this up.
We should have just told him to meet us at the diner or something. Do they lock their windows?
What? Leo growls.
It's not like we're breaking in.
Leo's ears pin back, a frown on his face, like a loser.
Loser.
The wolf puts a paw on his forehead, closing his eyes.
Sorry, but I think he's just asleep, and it shouldn't be too hard to get in there and wake him up.
I look over at the side of the house and see a window well. I point at it. What about that?
Too small.
I could probably fit. She hops off the front porch and crouches down next to the window, pushing at it. Wait, there's a security sticker here.
Uh-oh. Well, you gotta arm it first, and Carl's such a lazy ass, I know he didn't. Besides, if we set it off, we can just run. It's not like they'll show up anytime soon.
Or instead of acting like criminals, we can just stay until the cops show up. She knows us. Jenna hesitates, then pushes at the window again, but it doesn't budge. Locked.
Let's try the one above it.
That's too high.
I'll boost you up.
I think this is going a little too far. Leo ignores him and stands next to the window before making a platform for Jenna's foot with his paws. Steadying herself with her paws against the wall of the house, Leo easily lifts Jenna, and she manages to grab the ledge.
Fucking hell, this is so fucking stupid.
Flynn mutters next to me, but I make a point of not looking over at him. I feel for Leo. He worked hard to make this happen, and everyone is giving him a hard time over it. Jenna pushes against the window, and it glides open easily.
Yes! Now I'm gonna boost you all the way up. Hold on.
Careful. Like there's some kind of cheerleading duo. Leo shoves Jenna all the way up with one paw, and she disappears through the window. Her bush tail is the last thing we see until she pokes her head back through. Kitchen. I fell in the sink.
Great. Now unlock the door.
She disappears again, and we make our way back to the front door.
Leo, you're fucking crazy. If you don't shut your fucking mouth, Flynn, I'll kick you right in your vagina. Sound good? Jesus, calm your...
Leo turns on him, one foot in front of the other. Flynn shuts up, then, and me and TJ are left to shift around uncomfortably on the porch. Finally, we hear the door rattling, and it opens. Called his name, but he didn't answer.
Well, he's got to be here. It's not like he can go anywhere, or would want to.
Carl's house is as massive and immaculate as I remember it. It is a mansion, after all. There's a few bowls and wrappers lying around on the marble counters. I assume that's because Carl's parents aren't here to tell him not to be a slob. Flynn immediately heads up the stairs.
Yo, Carl!
I set the bag down on the table, and TJ sets the cake there, too.
Oh, did I miss something?
Did you? I look over at him. All right. You alright? Yeah, why? Just asking. How was your hike with Jenna? That I didn't go on. Alright, wish you were there, though.
Fuck you, TJ.
Yeah, I don't care either. Yeah, me too. I might go again in a day or two, if you'd like. Oh, we were never, honey. Sure, why not? Question mark. I promised myself that wasn't an empty promise. You can say that
all you want, Chase. We know your heart. Well, he's not in his room.
Flynn's actually looking a little worried now.
Yeah, look, his portrait changed a little bit.
Yeah, look, he's like actually kind of worried.
Kind of concerned. Look at that.
Huh. Maybe he went out for a walk. Oh, because, yeah.
Carl walking in this weather? Hell no.
Does he have other friends? Maybe he went out somewhere.
I don't think so. Well, let's do a quick sweep of the house. It's a big place.
Flynn heads back upstairs, and Jenna... There should be a comma there, shouldn't there? Jenna, Leo, head up.
Oh, yeah, well, yeah. Flynn heads back upstairs, and Jenna, Leo, head... Yeah, that's just a little bit
It's
of a
head
mix.
for the downstairs. TJ looks around the kitchen, then moves over to the living room, checking the couches. I decide to head out back, if not just to get away from the others, since things feel unusually tense between us today. Just today?
Just today?
Huh. Man,
Sure.
Chase is having a much different vacation than what I'm experiencing.
Absolutely.
As I step out into the backyard, I'm a little surprised. It's different from when I was last here. The playset is gone, and so is the massive trampoline they used to have. The biggest shock, though, is seeing that the huge treehouse that used to sit on top of the old oak tree is gone.
Oh no.
I know, right? I stand there for a moment, feeling a vague sense of loss. I have too many good memories of that place. Time moves too fucking fast. After a while, I remember why I'm here and look around again. Okay, but why would Carl be outside?
He could be. I don't know.
No Carl, of course, but I start walking around anyway, looking behind bushes, even though I know it's stupid. He could be curled up in a bush. I could see that. While I felt for Leo, I could still see where Flynn was coming from. It would have been a better idea to warn Carl or just meet up somewhere else. Leo just gets carried away a little when he has his heart set on something, which will never come up again.
Never.
He probably has had the whole scene planned out in his head before we even got here. Mostly, I just feel really bad for him. He's been working really hard to make this trip interesting for all of us. I think it's our fault more than anything that nothing's working out.
I mean, it's true. Everyone's kind of, yeah.
Flynn's a dick. Carl doesn't care. Jenna's also kind of being a dick. And TJ's always into stuff that none of us are. Well, you can just shoot him into the sun.
I thought you were just going to stop at shoot him.
That's a different route. And I'm just boring.
Facts.
I mean, you can say that, but I don't know. Chase...
I mean, if you find being a dick interesting, then yeah, sure.
I mean, he's more interesting than TJ.
Well, yeah.
As I round the corner of the house, I'm surprised to see Flynn standing there. He must have come out the front door. Oh, Flynn, I thought you went upstairs. Flynn doesn't seem surprised at all to find me out here, which makes me think he was looking for me.
I did. Wasn't there, so I thought I'd look outside.
Oh, well, he's not in the back, so... I don't know why, but Flynn is making me feel awkward as hell. Is something wrong? Flynn folds his arms and leans up against the house.
Well, Carl's missing, so I guess that's a problem, huh?
Yeah. I try to think of something to say. Well, I'm sure he's just hiding somewhere. Or maybe he's out at the diner, probably just got tired of being stuck in his own home.
Yeah...
He straightens up again and steps forward, and I don't know why, but I take a step back.
You were hanging out with Leo yesterday, right?
No. Yeah, for a little while. We didn't sleep together.
No. You spent the night there?
I pause for a second to give him the hint that I'm not exactly okay with him prying like this, but I answer anyway. No, I got back to the motel, like, 3.
Huh.
Yeah. I start to turn back around. Hey, why don't we check the basement?
Chase.
He's got the same tone as a disappointed parent, and that kind of pisses me off.
Daddy Flynn is disappointed in you.
Oh, would anyone call Flynn Daddy?
I don't know. Do people call him Daddy?
I don't know. I hope not. I turn back around. What?
You realize what you're doing is stupid, right?
No. Excuse me.
Getting back with him during fucking spring break? Pretty stupid, right?
I had a feeling that's where this was going. And now that I know for sure, it's definitely pissing me off. How is that any of your business?
How is it not? You two seem pretty okay with making it our business, right?
No. He sneers at me.
Cuddling up at the lake where our friend died is pretty messed up, isn't it?
What?
I saw you two. You know I did.
So what? What does that have to do with Sydney?
I guess I just find it weird that you'd start up your old flame on what's practically a grave.
He died at the hospital, whatever. What happened? What the hell are you talking about? Feelings changed from anger to bewilderment. I didn't know what he was talking about. I just didn't know why.
Well, since it's all out in the open now, why not talk about it?
You're the one that put it out in the open. In the worst possible way.
That sounds like Flynn.
It is. It is. His sneer disappears. I just didn't get why you're connecting those two things. Why weren't we weren't even talking about Sydney?
How? What else does the lake make you think of?
I'm at a loss for words, totally confused. This is Flynn. I never talked about Sydney with him after it happened. I was too scared to. Well, I don't think it was. I don't think of it as his or his grave or anything.
Oh, really? It's just a fucking lake to you then, huh?
He didn't die there, Flynn. He was in a hospital.
Hey, you were right. Yeah,
see?
You died at the hospital.
Yeah.
They might as well have been there, right?
I swallowed hard, wanting desperately to get back inside. Let's not talk about this right here.
Oh, I guess I was confused. Everyone's been telling me that I need to talk about it.
We'll talk about it to Jenna or something. Well, not like this. Not just with me here. We should all be together if we want to talk about this. I turn around again, making it clear that I'm leaving.
Oh, wait.
The change of tone in his voice makes me turn around again. It's softer, almost pleading. I'm not used to hearing Flynn talk like this.
I'm not looking out. I'm just trying to look out for you, Chase. He's not...
I feel some of that anger returning. He's not what?
Well, he's not exactly a stable guy.
How dare you? I laugh. And you are? I mean, he has, like, probably a better paying job, actually. So, Flynn's got that going for him. He dips his head, and I can tell he's embarrassed, even though he doesn't have the ears to tell me. And not just you, all of us. We're all a little fucking crazy, aren't we? Oh, a little. Flynn smiles a little bit.
Well, that's what happens when you live in Echo.
That's what all the kids at school said. Flynn frowns again.
Listen, I'm just looking out for you. He's just...
I sigh loudly and cover my face with a paw for a second. I was hoping I'd be able to change the subject, and now we're back to Leo. I'm surprised when I lower my paw and Flynn is just a few feet away. Flynn, just drop it. It's none of your business. His gaze hardens.
I think it is when I see a friend taking advantage of another friend.
Taking advantage of me? Leo would never do that.
You are clearly taking advantage of him because he still is into you. Yeah. Has been since you were fucking 15. Oh, so... No. Chase is very clearly taking advantage of Leo. Clearly.
I think this is a two-way street, so...
Yeah, fine.
I immediately know what he's implying. Fuck off, Flynn. You're acting like my fucking pear. He takes another step forward, and I back away, but his angle is so that I'm pressed up against the house. I get the urge to run away, but I feel like doing that will only affirm how much this has escalated. There's a chance in him as well. There's a change in him as well. Something unfamiliar in his eyes, in his stance, in his voice, even. He leans down to my height.
Like playing with fire, huh? You've seen it in his eyes. He's fucking crazy.
He pokes me in the chest to emphasize his words. Crazy? What kind of like you are right now? Flynn pulls away, straightening his back, but still looking down at me.
Yeah, well maybe I am.
The awkward silence stretches out, seems to go on and on until...
You know what? I think Chase.
Both our muzzles flick in the direction of Leo's voice, mine to the right, Flynn to the left. Leo stands there, ears perked forward, though his expression seems neutral. I wonder how long he's been standing there. I can tell Flynn's wondering the same thing.
Any sign of him?
No. I slide out from under Flynn, making my way towards Leo. I checked the back, but I didn't see him anywhere. Leo doesn't even look at me, staring over the top of my head. I look and see Flynn staring right back, his shoulders still tense. That's when I see Leo. I feel Leo's heavy, strong arm draped over my shoulder. Flynn's eyes narrow.
Let's get back inside then.
As Leo leads me away, I get the feeling that he's still staring Flynn down, even though I don't look up to check.
Man, Leo's gonna fucking kill Flynn.
Is that gonna happen?
I don't know. I get that vibe.
I'm getting worried. See, even
Like this is Leo's route, so he can kill Flynn in it, I'm sure.
well, maybe Flynn's gonna kill Leo.
Fuck. Shit, you're right. No shit. Carl doesn't just disappear from his house like this. He doesn't have anywhere to go.
Calm down. He could be anywhere. He has more friends than just us.
The fact that he isn't answering his phone is kind of fucking suspicious.
Leo holds up his paws.
You know, he forgets to charge his phone sometimes.
Flynn's getting more and more frustrated, starting to pace around the living room.
He never goes out with other friends. That's the problem. Listen, maybe we should just wait. You all can wait here. I'm gonna go find him.
Flynn makes for the door, and before anyone can say anything, it slams shut behind him.
Dang, Flynn's always just dipping.
He kind of is. We sit in silence for a while, staring at the door that Flynn just took off through. Leo lets out his breath out in a long sigh, rubbing his face.
All right, let's think. Where else does Carl have to go?
The comic book shop? Leo looks at me for a second.
Maybe if someone else gave him a ride, but like Flynn said, he doesn't have anyone else to do that for him?
Well, if you guys are going to do that, then I'll probably stay here in case he comes back. Yeah, we can keep looking.
Sounds good.
Leo pulls his keys out of his pocket, then looks back at me.
Coming with me, Chase? Do I get to decide? Oh.
Yeah, well, of course Chase is gonna say yes.
I guess we are on the Leo
Yeah, we're on the
route.
Leo path.
We're on the Leo path.
I follow Leo out the door, actually starting to feel worried about Carl. Why, did you want to stay at the house with TJ?
I could stay at the house with Jenna.
Well, they're both gonna be there, so you'd be with...
You just ignore one of them, it's fine.
We walk around the mall for about an hour, checking the food court in every shop we pass. It's clear that this idea was pretty hopeless from the beginning. Jenna lets us know that Carl hasn't shown up at the house either, and that they're heading back to the motel. Finally, Leo and I call it quits and head back to his house before walking to the diner for dinner. So, where do you think he went?
Wow, he was gone all day. Damn.
Yeah. Leo's hunched over, an elbow on the table, as his chin is in his paw, staring out the window.
Dunno.
Do you think we should call someone?
Like the cops? Not yet. He's an adult, so they won't really look into it until it's been days. We should probably call his parents, though, if he doesn't show up by tonight.
I don't say anything, stirring my milkshake around. He ordered a milkshake?
Of course he did. What's wrong with the milkshake?
You know.
You not a milkshake person?
No, it just I guess gathers what Chase would order.
I mean, he's at a diner. That's a pretty standard.
In one of the routes, you get to order your full meal.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Is it important?
No. But you get to choose your meal, your side, your drink.
Just build
and there's
the
just
world, I guess.
it's just I made Chase order a root beer float because I was he's probably kiddie enough to want to order that with his
Kiddie enough
to order that with a meal.
But they're good.
Yeah, but ordering that with a burger and fries.
It's the diner experience.
Is it? I've never done diner life before. That was never a thing for me.
There's not really any good diners around here.
Facts.
Not around here. Culpepper had one.
I glance back
wait.
over towards the kitchen area, watching a very tired-looking Janice gather up plates before taking them.
Janice is here.
Yeah, to the back. Yeah.
Oh boy. Oh fuck.
Stop double clicking.
I'm not though. Your mouse is jank.
I don't know. I've never had a problem with it. I was pretty much mortified when I realized she was here and about to take our order, mostly just because I was embarrassed for her. She didn't really say anything, though, just took our orders and left.
Maybe she doesn't remember.
Maybe. I examined my milkshake closely, though for what I'm not sure.
I'm not too worried, though. He's been under a lot of stress and probably just wanted to leave town for a while.
But who would he do that with, and why wouldn't he tell us? Because he fucking hates you. He slips on his Leo sips on his milkshake, and I wait for him to finish.
I guess things really have changed. Oh, look at how sad he looks.
He's a sad boy. Yeah. I rest my chin in my palm, meeting his eyes as he knows I'm listening.
I mean, the way Flynn was acting all day, he really can't stand us anymore. Carl probably just feels the same way.
I don't think so. Flynn's usually been that way, right?
Not like that. Like the way he was talking to you earlier.
So he did here.
Ooh. Guess you were right. I should have just left shit alone. We all used to fit together so well, but now we've all changed and it's like we're bending ourselves to fit again.
I guess that's just life, right? Leo grunts and keeps staring out the window. It's clear how much he wanted this all to work out, to give us the opportunity for one last hurrah before we separate for good. And now I'm actually pretty angry at myself and the others.
Aw.
Especially TJ for no reason.
Kill him.
You know, if TJ wasn't here, Flynn wouldn't have gotten angry at the river, and none of this would have happened. So realistically, this is TJ's fault.
I mean,
This is sound logic.
in some roundabout way, I suppose you're right.
This is our last chance to really say our goodbyes, and it's like we don't care at all.
Well, it's not like you're not going away forever.
TJ's moving to another country. Jenna's moving to the other half of the, going to the other coast. And Chase doesn't know what he's doing. Flynn's family might be moving out of town, and Carl is a dead weight.
The Carl is
Just a
dead weight.
So
Damn. At least TJ's fucking right off.
yeah, right. Jenna and TJ are off doing things on their own. Carl's getting lost and probably high. And Flynn's being Flynn.
You literally just said all these things.
I lean forward, then grinning. You know, I'm really happy you planned all this. Slowly, Leo shifts his attention from the sunset to my face. I smile widely for him. This is the most fun I've had all year, even though everyone's acting like a dick. I dip my head self-consciously. Including me, I know. But the whole thing has reminded me about a lot of the good things in this town. And even though things have been kind of shitty, I think it's a good note to leave off on. Leo raises his brow.
Look at that eyebrow raise.
Yeah, do you like it?
Look at that DreamWorks eyebrow raise.
But he's not smiling, though.
No, he's not.
He's doing the animated character cross.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, he
That's
is.
his thing.
He knows it.
The animated characters don't know what to do with their hands.
You just cross the arms. Because, drawing hands in pockets can also be kind of problematic. I find, the perspective sometimes gets real wonky with that. Because weren't things always shitty? It's part of the experience. I mean, their lives were kind of shitty even as kids.
Yeah, but they were kids, so they didn't really
And one of them died.
Yeah, all they could really do is just grow up, you know? All they could really do is live here. They didn't really have a lot of choice.
Yeah. And so half of them, fucked off.
Yeah, naturally.
Leo stares at me for a long time, and I feel my grins start to fade. But then he reaches out and rubs a thumb up my nose, yeah. That's weird.
A little bit.
I don't know. I blink in surprise, and he shows me the smear of white on his thumb pad.
Sorry. It was hard to take you seriously looking like a cokehead.
Amazing. He grins and licks his thumb.
Okay, see now he's Oh wait, was it?
He's like,
I couldn't tell if his eyebrow was raised.
well, you can just like scroll back one.
I couldn't I? Ah!
Oh! Whoa! Look what you did. Just click roll back or
Jeez.
reload.
Let's see. Reloads the game. Disk saving, restoring game state if possible.
Okay.
Reloading scripts.
Oh man.
Damn.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay, yeah. There we go. There's
Yeah,
the DreamWorks
see,
face.
great DreamWorks face. We got there.
We got there. Dang, bro. That was spooky.
It was part of the game
That's a
design.
fear.
Was it?
No, just Renpai's not like the strongest like game engine. So
It's not bad. It just has its moments.
it does. I blush and grab a napkin to wipe my face, but Leo rests on a paw on my arm.
Nothing spookier than a game crashing.
Right? They should program that in.
But seriously, thanks for trying at least.
Leo looks like he's about to say something else, hesitates, then opens his muzzle again. Cute. Leo and I, that was probably Clint, so you should probably voice him.
Okay.
Leo and I look up to a lanky, patchy, ugly, ring-tailed cat staring down at us with a beady black eyes.
Oh my
that's
God.
Yeah, that's Clint.
Oh no.
All right. I don't know if you knew, but there's a lot of other people in here trying to enjoy their meal. This is Podunk Echo. This is how the non-main characters sound when they look like this. Fucking wife beater, all methed out. He gets that voice.
Oh, he's also canonly homophobic.
Yeah, exactly. I had the right voice then.
Clint puts a paw down on the edge of the table, leaning in.
Could you try not to ruin it for us? Look at the fucking
He grins at me, showing me just how many teeth he's missing.
Yep, see, you can see the holes right there.
Look, Clint's trying.
Is he?
He's trying. I guess he graduated from huffing paint since the last time I saw him.
Damn. The hell are you doing here, Chase? Didn't you dump his fat ass?
I grimace. I can't tell if he's joking or not, or if he's still the same asshole I remember him as. I haven't talked to him in years. Well, it kind of looks like you dumped your own ass, Clint. What happened to you?
Damn.
Oh, yeah. I can see Clint's brain work as he digests what I said, deciding whether or not he should be offended. I can also see his tail twitching behind him, and it's patchy too, leaving some parts of it bald like a rat's tail.
Actually, Clint, you're right. We're all trying to eat, but there's a smelly, ugly, ring-tailed skeleton ruining it for us.
Clint flicks his attention from me to Leo, who's smiling sweetly at him.
Mind doing us all a favor and getting the fuck out?
Clint leans in low to the table, putting his face next to Leo's. Oh, they're gonna kiss. Leo keeps a straight face, and I'm impressed because I can smell the stench of Clint's breath even from here. Ah, the average Yu-Gi-Oh player.
Oh no.
I think you're... I don't like that. I'm not going to say that. That's bad.
Yeah, that's whatever. It's Clint.
It is Clint, but I don't want to say it. I also don't want to say it. I'm not saying that either. Jesus.
No, it's great. It's great. If you're trying to make me... Oh, yeah.
If you're trying to make me mad, you might as well do it right, eh?
I mean, I feel that, though. Leo takes a sip from his milkshake nonchalantly while Clint gaps at him. Smacking at the cat. Smack, smack. Yeah, well, he's an ass, so... his brain, which I imagine is Swiss cheese at this point, tries to come up with some kind of retort.
Go fuck yourself. Yeah? Well, I'd tell you to do the same, but you got a sister at home, don't you? Jeez, Leo. Fucking savage, bro.
Clint moves
Hey, he was
fast.
being hostile first.
You know facts.
Facts. All facts.
Swinging a fist around towards Leo's jaw. Oh, so if you remember, Clint was friends with Jeremy.
Jenna's brother.
Brother.
Yeah.
And they would bully the shit out of TJ and Chase when
they're
they were
both
younger.
they're both white trash.
Yeah. Leo's ready for him and lunges at the side, though the fist still glances at the side of his face. He grabs Clint's arm and yanks it down onto the table, which knocks over my milkshake and sends it splashing onto my lap.
Fuck.
I gasp and stand up and move to the side of the table where Leo stands to rub Clint's face into the mess, smashing it into the table a few times.
Dang, Leo. Oh, there's Janice.
Yeah. Stop it. I jump as Janice shouts next to me.
Wait, is this Janice, the bus driver Janice? Or who was the
she?
bus driver?
No, she was Karen.
Karen was the bus driver,
Yeah.
that's right. I just remember she was also
Like a fox,
like
yeah.
or something. But I guess they are in the desert, so that makes sense.
Yeah. Leo hears her too and turns around while still holding Clint down.
Is she a coyote?
I think she's supposed to be a fox.
Yeah, fox of some kind, perhaps.
I don't fully remember. The dead look is still in her eyes, and the fur on her face is matted, like she had been crying a lot but hasn't washed her face. I am not going to deal with this today, Leo.
You know Clint started it.
Leo's ears are flat as he looks back at Janice, clearly thrown off. Underneath him, Clint snorts and thrashes. He's just still there. Am I going to have to get the taser out from the back?
She has a taser.
Yeah, she does. Gotta defend herself. What if someone just came in and, like, shot someone in here? Like, she needs to...
Oh, well, is it like a projectile taser or like a contact taser?
Oh, I have no idea.
Like if it's a one where you have to push it against someone and use it, it's not going to do anything against someone with a gun.
You know facts.
But it's cool. Self-defense is very good for her.
Slowly, Leo backs off Clint's, who immediately shoves himself off the table. I can see Leo prepare himself in case Clint takes another swing, but he doesn't even look at him. His already dirty tank top smeared brown from the milkshake. Oh, he got a chocolate milkshake?
How lame.
What a loser. He stumbles to the door. I always order a chocolate milkshake. It's whatever.
I get strawberry.
Strawberry.
Arguably the least popular.
Okay. He stares to the... If they have mint milkshakes, though, I'll totally
Ew.
get that. No, I like mint.
Like chocolate mint or just
No, just mint.
Like mint?
Yeah, just mint.
Like a shamrock shake?
I've never ordered a shamrock shake before. But, like, if they just have, like, mint flavored milkshakes,
Yeah,
I'll grab
that's
that.
a mint.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
yeah.
He stumbles to the door and disappears outside.
See ya, trash.
And clean up the fucking mess before you leave. With that, the old coyote... Yeah, okay.
Oh, so she's a coyote, yeah.
Turns and stalks off to the back. She leaves me and Leo to stare at each other before we ruefully wipe up the spilled milkshake with a brown napkin. There are only two other patrons in the diner with us, a skunk and a jackrabbit, that we never get to see portraits of.
Lame.
But I can feel their eyes on us the whole time, and it only adds to the embarrassment. What do you think her problem is? I ask Leo under my breath as we come back from tossing the ball of wet napkins into the trash can. He just shrugs, though, and I follow him quietly out the diner into the late afternoon light outside. We walk in silence for a while, with me walking awkwardly because my soaked and sticky pants are incredibly uncomfortable on my thighs.
Thanks for that, Chase.
I mean, but that would be, like,
It
an
would.
awful thing. Like, it is what it is. Mm-hmm. We stop at the motel where I change and shower before grabbing a fresh change of clothes. Then we start back out again, because why would Chase want to, like, stay at the motel when he could be at Leo's house?
Leo's house, right? Yeah.
I think about staying behind at the motel, but I feel like that would be a dick move after what Leo's been through today.
Well, see, there you go. Immediately asked and answered.
Well, you know, he's still making up an excuse.
Well, yeah. We know what he wants. We know he's trash. It's fine. It's fine.
Chase just has trash taste. It's okay. As we walk back towards Leo takes a detour, stopping at the convenience store. The fight has made things a little awkward between us, so I just shove my paws into my pocket and follow Leo. We go to the back where he grabs a 12-pack. Oh, he's just gonna drink himself silly?
Yeah, he is.
He doesn't say anything to me either, as he makes his way to the front to pay. You should have actually threw it at the cat.
I didn't want to.
That would have been funny. Finally, when we get back to outside, he nudges me in the direction behind the convenience store.
Let's sit. You're going to just sit behind the convenience store and drink the beer you just bought.
Yeah, that's a mood, right?
I guess. Or something.
I lead the way because we're both done this dozens of times before. See, it's whatever.
Oh, wait. Yeah, okay. We're fine.
We step off the asphalt and down a little ways into the brush. Where Leo pulls me onto the boulder. Leo sighs, pulling out the first beer bottle. Leaning back, he pulls out his keys to use the bottle opener on his keychain before handing it over to me. He doesn't say he does the same for himself, then practically chugs the whole thing before grabbing another, even before I'm about to take my first swig. I don't comment on it and instead look out at the sunset, thinking about how nice it would be to just sort of run off into the wilderness. At least for a while. I lean back inside and notice a white and brown splotch on the knee of Leo's jeans. What you said to Clint, that was pretty mean.
He said some pretty mean stuff too, and it's not like I like saying that shit to him.
Seeing me lean back, Leo shifts closer to me, allowing me to rest my head against his thigh, because that's what you do with your not boyfriend.
No, just, lap pillow for bros,
Yeah.
know? So important.
Not dating.
They're not dating. They're not dating.
Wink.
They're gonna be having sex and just being like, it's a good thing we're not dating. It's
a good thing we're not
in
dating.
an intimate relationship at all.
Suck your bro's dick. So important.
He's not that gay. That's Smoke Room.
Oh boy.
Chase isn't as gay as Samuel is.
Okay. I have to take your word for it.
Again, the familiar position probably isn't a good idea, but I just don't care. So does Clint still live with his dad?
No, he went to prison 2 years ago.
Really? Because of...
Yeah.
Shit. We sit in silence, enjoying our quiet surroundings. As I lay there, I hear Leo open another bottle, then another. Finally, he lets out a big sigh.
Chase, come back to Echo.
I close my eyes, turning my vision blood red against the sun. Maybe, just not yet. He doesn't press the issue, instead reaching out for another bottle. By the time I get my second one, the rest are gone.
Damn, Leo.
So what, he drank 10?
Yeah.
Can you drink 10 in one sitting?
No.
Okay.
Well,
I feel like you get really full.
Yeah. I mean, it's a 12-pack of presumably light beer,
Maybe.
Probably like
Maybe.
a Bud or a Miller of some kind. And those are meant for you to drink like 3 or 4 if you go light. Because, that stuff doesn't get you drunk unless you drink a lot. And it also explains his nice dad bod belly.
Yeah.
They're such gross beer.
They're not good.
Well, I just think all beer is gross, so that's As we walk back to Leo's house, his silence as occasionally brushes his tail up against my own. I let him. He's mildly drunk, so he's sort of excused for now.
For now.
For now. I do have to push his muzzle away when he leans up against me for some support after his feet hit on a sudden dip in the road. Oh, sound effects. Whatever. I'm busy trying to steady myself when I hear footsteps pounding up behind us. Before I know it, Leo's shoved me hard into the side, and I go stumble into the weeds. Whirling around, I see a dark figure running off to the side of the side from Leo. His attack aborted. Aborted. Okay, as he saw the wolf had seen him.
What?
He comes back around, and I immediately see that it's Clint, and he's got a crowbar in one paw. My stomach drops as I look from him to Leo, who's got a giant smile on his face, like this is exactly what he wanted to happen.
Is he gonna kill Clint?
What the hell?
Come back for more, Clint?
Clint doesn't say anything. Instead, he just screams and runs at Leo. Usually, I wouldn't be worried about Leo in a fight with Clint, but the crowbar and the fact that Leo can barely stand has me really worried. Leo backpedals, then ducks low and lunges forward, which I don't think Clint expected. He grunts his guttural, but to my surprise, he doesn't go down. Instead, he grips the back of Leo's shirt before raising the crowbar and bringing it down hard into Leo's back with a solid, meaty thud. I gasp and cringe, starting to jog towards them. Clint presses forward and Leo trips over something, landing on his butt. Clint raises the crowbar again and Leo raises a paw. For about 2 seconds, they play a game with Leo moving his paw around above his head, anticipating the swing. Clint, meanwhile, keeps trying to re-angle the crowbar so that Leo will miss. He doesn't get a chance, though, because that's when I reach them. I'm not exactly a good fighter, considering I've never been in a fight before. What do you mean?
Yeah,
you got immediately blown the fuck out.
Yeah, he just got dropped. That's it. He wasn't in a fight. He was just in a hit.
But the idea of Leo getting his face beaten in with a crowbar provides me with the terror that spurs me on. I jump on his back, grabbing a handful of his fur on his forehead and yank back as hard as I can. I guess I should have hit him or something, but this seems to work all right. His remaining teeth flash in the porch light, and I get a hot blast of his rancid breath as he snarls angrily. Suddenly, I'm sitting down on the asphalt, feeling like my forehead had just caved in. He must have somehow swung the crowbar back and hit me. I desperately rub at my head, imagining the skull shattered into a million pieces like an egg, but everything feels like it's still in shape. The fight's still going on, and now I can hear Leo snarling. It's not a sound that I've heard that often, but it's deep and way scarier than anything Clint could have managed. I try to focus on the spot that I see their bodies tangled together. When I do see that Clint's on top again, the crowbar raised, pointing down, aimed at Leo's face. I start to crawl towards them, but there's no way I'm gonna make it. Again, the sounds of something hard striking flesh, but this time it isn't Clint hitting Leo. It's Clint that's hissing in pain this time as he arches back, baring his fangs. There's a dark shape behind him, but before I can focus on it, Leo's massive paw smashes into the side of Clint's face. Leo's not playing this time. In fact, it looks like he's putting everything he had into that punch, and the sound of it makes it sound like a slab of beef being thrown against concrete.
I love that description.
Clint's body visibly goes slack before he slumps down again against Leo, only to be shoved roughly to the side. I crawl up next to the wolf, and he looks over at me as I do. His paw immediately goes to my head to steady it as he looks closer at my face.
Fuck, did he hit you?
I rub the spot that itches a bit right above my eyebrow, and my pads come away slightly dark and bloody.
That fucking piece of shit.
Leo sends a back fist into the side of the downed Clint's face.
Hey, that's enough, Leo.
That's when I remember that it was somebody else that actually saved Leo. The voice is familiar, but it isn't until I look up at the source that I recognize Kudzu. His breathing's, he's breathing hard and he's holding the crowbar that Clint dropped. The dark spots around his eyes blend in with the night and accentuate,
yeah.
whatever, how wide his eyes actually are. He looks spooked.
What the hell are you guys doing?
Beating someone up?
Yeah.
He sounds pissed and I feel a little defensive. Hey, he tried to run up on us. Kudzu's eyes flick over to look at me before focusing back on Leo.
I thought we had this shit figured out. Why the hell are you fighting again?
I don't really get why this Kudzu guy is freaking out so much. His nostrils flare up with each breath. You'd think he was the one that almost got his brain ran through with a crowbar.
Calm the fuck down. You know how Clint is. He wouldn't do half the crap he does if you didn't antagonize him so much. You say he was a bully, but from what I've seen, it's the reverse.
It's hard to think of Leo as a bully, but the way he was acting towards Clint at the diner was a bit much, even if it was Clint.
Hey, if he can't take it, then maybe he shouldn't dish it, huh?
Leo grins and sticks a paw out to Kudzu, who's glaring, but nevertheless reaches down to pick him up. Leo promptly pulls me up with him. As I get to my feet, a wave of dizziness instantly hits me, and I stumble into Leo.
Fuck. See?
Leo steadies me and looks into my eyes, worry etched over his face. I'm fine, just got dizzy for a sec.
That's not fine. Do you feel sick? Can you see straight?
Seriously, I'm fine, just give me a minute.
Puchika! Going to kill that hick when he wakes up.
Why not just kill him while he's down?
Right? Just,
And then just bury him. It's in the desert. At that moment, Clint makes a snort sound and starts to roll over. Leo's eyes flash to where he's laying, but Kudzu steps up between the two, still glaring.
No! Get the fuck back home and take care of the otter. I'm gonna see if I can keep him from trying to kill you later on down the road. Fat chance. He's been wanting to kill me since middle school.
Clint starts to sit up, supporting himself with both paws as he looks around.
Go. Whatever.
Leo turns back to me and his eyes soften as he puts an arm around my shoulder.
Come on. We might need to go to the hospital.
I'm fine, really. The low tone of Kudzu's voice, murmuring to Clint's, fades off as we stumble into the night.
No, you're not fine. He hit you fucking hard. God damn that fucking idiot. He could have killed you.
I put a paw back to the sore spot on my forehead and rub at it. Leo grabs my wrist.
Don't do that. You'll infect it. We'll clean it back up at my place. Swear to God, I'm not going to leave my house without my gun again.
Suddenly, Leo's face takes on an odd look.
Leo just wants to kill, actually.
What do you mean?
One sec.
I'm sure none of that will come back. He makes as if to steady me with both paws, then stumbles off to the side of the road. It's dark and I can't see him, but I sure as hell can hear a retch followed by a splash.
Ugh.
It happens about 3 more times before Leo shakily, but more steadily approaches me from the darkness, a sheepish grin on his face. Yeah, he's a bit of a mess.
Yeah.
You okay? But kind of every character in this game is a mess.
Yeah.
Yeah, just had a little too much.
Really? The Leo I know could down 15 cans and still walk.
Hey, rolling around with the crazy long tail sitting on you won't do your guts any favors.
Sure. Leo chuckles and wraps an arm around me again, though this one still feels more intimate rather than just being there to keep me steady. We walk in silence for a while, just enjoying the evening air. The temperature is always perfect here when the sun's gone. It gets me more annoyed, though, because I imagine we'd have a much better time if Clint didn't just try to murder us. At least that's what I imagine he was trying to do, since hitting someone with a crowbar isn't exactly fucking around. Has it really gotten to that? Has it really gotten this bad between you two? Between you and Clint? Leo squeezes me.
It's always been this way.
It looks like he was trying to kill you.
Well, the gringo really hates me.
Leo laughs, then falls silent for a while, ears pinned back.
I guess he was angrier than usual. I think it's just that I might have pissed him off more than I usually do.
I look up at him. About that, what you said to him back at the diner was really awful.
You too? How can he expect to not get hit with that if he's gonna go off about us and about me? I'm not saying that.
Yeah, sure.
It's a bad word.
Leo barks out a laugh.
Talk shit, get hit, I always say.
I don't know, man. What his dad did is different. It's not his fault, you know.
Hey, he might be fucked up, but he can still make the decision to be a complete dick to everyone, can he?
I wish Jenna were here to help back me up on how that isn't exactly fair to Clint. Anyway, I think he was on something. Did you see how crazy he looked?
He's always on something. And speaking of which...
Leo steps slow, and I look ahead to an isolated house further up the road. The porch light is on, and I see a skinny figure get out of a chair and start walking up the road. Up the yard. It's clear he means to intercept us, and I slow down with Leo as he draws closer.
Duke?
Leo nods at him. The skinny weasel looks us both up and down, raising up a paw to pull a drag from what looks like a cigar. I assume it's actually a blunt because it smells like Clint. Like Carl, yeah. He's as patchy and unhealthy looking as I remember him. Not as torn up as Clint, but still bad enough to know he's done his fair share of doubling in meth. He doesn't say anything, and after a while, Leo clears his throat.
Isn't it a nice... He's here.
As Duke cuts Leo off, he stares right at me, so I assume it's me he's talking about. Hi, Duke. I probably couldn't have said any more awkwardly. Leo steps forward, partially in front of me.
Did you need something?
Duke lets out a long stream of smoke towards us. Definitely a blunt.
Same shit's been happening to me after you told me about it.
Leo looks at him, looking politely puzzled, though I can see his tail twitching behind him.
You've been seeing shit, now I'm seeing shit.
It's quiet for a few seconds, then Leo laughs.
Well, maybe lay off the drug cocktails? No, it's different, the shit I see. Almost real. I saw him.
He nods at me again, and for some reason, I'm starting to feel really uncomfortable. Leo laughs at this time. It's much more forced. He starts pushing me along further up the street.
Sorry, Duke, but Chase is taken. Janice is still single, though.
Duke follows us, walking along the dirt while we stay on the asphalt.
When did he get here?
Leo doesn't say anything and keeps pushing me along. I can see Duke getting angrier, and I don't want another fight, so I finally butt in. I got here on Saturday. Is something wrong, Duke? Duke doesn't answer. He just stops and watches us go, a frown stretching across his face. I keep on looking over my shoulder at him, but he just doesn't move, and he doesn't take his eyes off us. What the fuck?
Stop looking at him, Chase.
What was he talking about?
Does it matter? Just keep moving and hope we don't run into any more of these psychos.
I manage not to look back again, but I feel his eyes on the back of my neck the entire time. Don't worry, that doesn't come back up again.
Uh-huh.
Even though the instructions say only take 2, Leo gives me 3 generic acetaminophen pills.
Acetaminophen.
And that's how I like to pronounce it.
Valid. I won't yuck your yum. I'm sorry.
After that, he takes me to the bathroom and starts cleaning the cuts on my forehead. I grimace against the sting of the rubbing alcohol.
We really should take you to the ER.
It's-
You might need stitches.
It's just a hit with a crowbar.
You know, no big deal,
It's
right?
fine.
Just gonna bleed out, concussion, the whole 9.
No,
Shoot.
it's no big
big
deal.
deal.
Besides, Chase isn't going to bleed out from this wound.
Fuck.
You better take care of Chase.
All right, we'll see.
I lean my head into his paws because not having to hold it up myself feels good. Not bad. It's not that bad.
He should lay down in his bed.
They do that later.
Later.
Besides, even if it is a concussion, they'll just send me home and tell me to get some rest. Along with a $500 bill.
Yup. I played football, I know. But you never know how serious it could be.
I sigh and don't say anything, deciding it would be easier just not to argue. Leo starts to debate whether or not to shave the fur, but I finally get annoyed and tell him to get on with it. As he prods around, I feel the area around the cut swell, and I wonder if I'm actually gonna get a black eye. Leo finally steps back and starts putting everything back into the first aid kit. Wait. Leo glances at me questioningly. Aren't you hurt? He thinks for a second.
I don't think so. I feel fine, I mean.
Turn around. I'd seen Clint hit Leo with a crowbar, and he'd hit him hard. Leo sighs before finally turning around, placing his paw on the sink as he stares into the mirror. I look at his back. The black shirt, dusty from the dirt, he had rolled around in. Carefully, I lift up his back, the shirt on his back. It's not as bad as I thought it would be. I can see the raised fur from the growing welt where the crowbar had hit. These aren't any cuts, though, but I do see some spots of dried blood. You have a bunch of little cuts. I see the smooth muscle under Leo's fur shift as he flexes them.
Really? Must have been from the rocks in the road. I think my shirt came up a little while we were wrestling around.
Give me the alcohol. Leo sighs again, but hands it over. And take off your shirt. Oh, that's what you wanted, Chase. Fucking. He smirks at that and slowly, purposefully, sensually strips his shirt off. I try to ignore him, but I'd be lying if I said I wasn't turned on by his body.
Jesus, guy.
Chase, take one night seriously.
Just one night. That's all we ask.
It's been a long time since I last saw him shirtless, and he's kind of changed. He's thicker, broader in the shoulders and chest, the muscles smoother and a little more filled out. I swallow and I start to dab the alcohol into the cuts. He makes no indication of feeling any pain, instead swishing his tail around, flicking it up between his legs. Again, I don't know why, but Leo has a way of making you want to play along, even if you know it's a bad idea.
Or are you just a weak, horny baby, Chase?
I mean, it could be both. It could be both. He's been flirting with me this whole time, so I guess he's sort of just broken down my defenses. Once I finish rubbing the alcohol, I set a paw lingering on Leo's hip. We both stay for a while until Leo finally turns around, leaning back against the sink. I look over his form, his broad chest, down to his thick stomach.
Thick stomach. Like what you see?
When I look back up, His brows are raised, and before I can say anything, he leans down. Smack, smack. I think he's about to kiss me, so I turn my head to the side, and instead he just nuzzles the side of my head, and he brings me in for a hug. I freeze for a second, but relax into his hold after a while, enjoying the feel of his warm fur against mine. Stop being so fucking gay.
So gay. God.
He doesn't say anything, just holds me. Oh man, it's not just nothing though.
It's not just nothing.
This
though.
isn't Nikolai from Smoke Room. Like, come on. I can feel his excitement though. His pants on his as he presses into me, then starts nibbling at my ear. I gasp as he catches it between his teeth, and I almost moan. Jesus Christ, Chase!
Damn.
He of course knows I have sensitive ears.
Fucking
Right?
weak.
He moans a little in response, and before I know it, he's pulled me up against him. I mean, you let this happen, Chase.
You really did.
You kind of like
He knew what
let
he
this
was
happen.
doing.
Then he lifts me off the ground, and he spins around and sits me up on the sink.
Oh, we finally get to the.
Yeah,
there
we
it
get
is.
to this one.
We get to this one.
Yeah. My head throbs again, and I think I'm about to fall, but he holds on to me before he begins digging his muzzle into my neck, kissing and licking. I gasp and hug around his body, pulling him closer as he licks and nips. He's the horny one. Who's more horny here?
I don't know. They're both kind of on the same level. Chase is just more coy about it, and Leo's just like, you know you want it. He's like, well, yeah, but...
I mean, I guess Leo can use the excuse that he's somewhat drunk.
Not anymore. I'm pretty sure
Does that wear off after?
That fight probably sobered him
No,
up
but
pretty good.
he could use the excuse.
I suppose. Well, he threw it up. He threw up all of his...
Oh man, you're right.
Yeah, so you know.
Chase probably forgot.
Probably.
Or would still take the excuse.
His head's too full of horny right now. It doesn't matter.
Leaning my throat back, I expose more of my neck to him, closing my eyes as the back of my head presses against the mirror. Leo growls, his paws sliding up under my shirt, feeling up my stomach before moving to my chest.
Fucking hell.
He moans it, sounding like he just scratched on an unreachable itch, like he just had his first drink of water in days.
Think fucking highly of yourself, don't you, Chase? Jeez.
Yeah, he does. Leo! I gasp, about to tell him to stop, but then his tongue burrows deep in my fur as to the skin, and my eyes roll. He pulls back finally, and I lower my gaze to meet him. His tongue is hanging out, making him look like a little goofy. I can see a few of his short brown hairs on his tongue. He starts to lean in again, and this time I don't turn my head. Yeah, see?
I fucking gave in.
He's just fine. As he almost reaches me, his eyes suddenly flick to the right, looking at my shoulder, and I see a shocked cross his expression.
I don't like that.
He jumps back and spins around, knocking over the soap dispenser and first aid kit.
He looked into the mirror and didn't like what he saw.
I jump too. What? Leo continues to stare, one paw clutching his chest, the other digging into my thigh.
I
wait for him to finish, but he doesn't go on. Did you see something?
I thought I did. Just seeing things, I guess. I don't like this.
What do you mean? he finally turns his attention. So if you play some other routes, you know what he saw.
God damn this game!
yeah, it's pretty good. He finally
Spooky scaries.
yeah, it is. He turns his attention to the first aid kit and leans over, starting to pick something back up. Pick everything back up, whatever. Slowly, I slide down from the sink, pushing my shirt back into place, realizing that the moment had passed. See what you did, Chase? You fucking ruined it. Yeah, it was Chase. While I'm curious about what he saw, I'm also conscious of the fact that the break in our intimacy has made things awkward again. Should we check the house? Could Clint be?
No. Wasn't Clint.
Leo grabs his shirt and pulls it back on before turning to me.
Just saying things.
Man, that feels bad.
Ghosts are boner killers.
Facts.
Man, I wish it was a ghost. That'd be more reasonable.
Oh,
Well, all right. As we leave the bathroom, Leo looks back and for a moment before flipping the lights off. I think it's a little strange that he makes sure to close the door. Leo doesn't make a move on me again that night, instead keeping a good few inches between us on the bed.
Leaving room for Jesus.
The way that TJ would want it to be.
Absolutely.
I can't help but wonder if I did something wrong. You did, in a way. What I do know is that I'm kind of disappointed.
For shame,
I wanna know
you and your
so-
horniness. All right, Thursday.
Thursday.
What a Wednesday, huh?
Did you like Wednesday?
I did.
Yeah, let's make your save.
Yeah, I'll do
Did you
it.
like the party?
I did like the party.
So I'll tell you this.
Uh-huh.
Some of the routes you actually get to have the party.
That sounds nice.
Yeah.
Does it go well?
Depends on the route.
I suppose that makes sense. Fair. Damn.
Yeah.
All right then. That was Thursday. That was Wednesday. Now we're on Thursday.
We're basically halfway through the game now.
Basically, well, okay.
I think we're more than halfway.
That's not so bad.
Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Yeah, but that's more than because there's 9 days that you
9 days total.
play. So
Okay.
and Wednesday
So-
was day 5.
Yeah.
So,
Wow,
Yeah,
we
we're
are
more than
make-
halfway through the game.
Look at that. All right. Well, that's a good. It's a good bit.
Yeah. See you next time, everyone.
See you next time.
So just click. Quito.
Quito. Yes, so des. Damn, it's only 10 o'clock.
Yeah, it wasn't it's not the longest chapter.
Yeah.